Welcome to Understand All. I'm your host, Aslakir Gerlief. Today, we're embarking on a fascinating journey into the world of cholera and the vaccines that are changing the game. Did you know that cholera affects up to 4 million people worldwide each year? According to the World Health Organization, this ancient disease causes an estimated 21,000 to 143,000 deaths annually. But here's the kicker, it's also highly preventable. Imagine a party crasher that's been wreaking havoc for centuries. An uninvited guest that's claimed millions of lives. That's cholera for you. This bacterial menace, known as Vibrio cholerae, has been crashing parties and causing pandemics since the early 1800s. But how does this tiny terror operate? Well, it all starts with a sip of contaminated water or a bite of infected food. The bacteria sneaks into your body and starts multiplying like there's no tomorrow. Before you know it, you're experiencing the worst kind of digestive distress. We're talking rapid fluid loss, dehydration, and in severe cases, death. Throughout history, cholera has been a global party pooper. It's caused 7 pandemics, with the most recent one starting in 1961. But it was in the 19th century that a detective named John Snow cracked the case. During the infamous Broad Street pump outbreak in London, Snow traced the source of the infection to a contaminated water pump. He literally removed the pump handle and boom, the outbreak was contained. Fast forward to today, and cholera is still crashing parties in over 47 countries. The World Health Organization estimates that 1.3 to 4 million cases occur each year, with regions like Africa, Southeast Asia, and Haiti being hit the hardest. But why is this ancient disease still a problem in the 21st century? Well, it all boils down to the perfect storm of factors. Poor sanitation, lack of clean water, and crowded living conditions are like sending out invitations for cholera to come and wreak havoc. And when disaster strikes, like the conflict in Yemen, cholera takes advantage of the chaos. In 2017, Yemen experienced one of the worst outbreaks in recent history, with over 1 million suspected cases. But here's the good news. We have the tools to bounce this uninvited guest. Improved water and sanitation infrastructure can reduce cholera incidents by a whopping 90%, according to the World Health Organization. And let's not forget the power of good old hand washing. The Global Hand Washing Partnership found that simply washing your hands with soap can slash your risk of cholera by 48%. But the real game changers are the vaccines. Early attempts at vaccination date back to the late 1800s, but it wasn't until recently that we developed effective oral vaccines. Today, we have 3 WHO pre-qualified oral cholera vaccines, Dukoral, Shankol, and Uvicol Plus. So, how do these life-saving party favors work? It's like giving your immune system a crash course in fighting cholera. The vaccines contain killed or weakened versions of the bacteria, which teach your body to recognize and attack the real thing. Studies have shown that these vaccines are 65 to 85% effective in the first 2 years after vaccination, according to The Lancet. But getting these vaccines to the people who need them most is no easy feat. It's like trying to plan a party in a remote location with no roads or electricity. Logistical challenges like maintaining the cold chain and reaching high-risk groups can be a real nightmare. But organizations like the Global Task Force on Cholera Control are working tirelessly to make sure no one gets left off the guest list. And when cholera crashes the party unexpectedly, these vaccines can be deployed as a rapid response tool. Just look at the successful vaccination campaigns in Haiti, Bangladesh, and South Sudan. They've shown that with quick action and targeted distribution, we can stop outbreaks in their tracks. But the fight against cholera doesn't stop there. Scientists are hard at work developing even better vaccines. Imagine a single-dose vaccine that provides long-lasting protection, or a new delivery method that doesn't require refrigeration. The future of cholera control is full of exciting possibilities. And here's the kicker. Fighting cholera isn't just about saving lives, it's about improving quality of life. The World Health Organization estimates that every dollar invested in water and sanitation yields a $4.30 return in reduced healthcare costs and increased productivity. That's a pretty sweet return on investment, if you ask me. But perhaps the most exciting prospect is the vision of a world without cholera. With improved infrastructure, innovative vaccines, and global cooperation, we could be looking at a future where cholera is nothing but a distant memory. A future where no child has to suffer from this preventable disease, where no community has to live in fear of the next outbreak. So, what can you do to help make this vision a reality? Well, for starters, you can spread the word. Share what you've learned today with your friends and family. Advocate for better water and sanitation in your community. Support organizations that are working to bring vaccines to those who need them most. Because at the end of the day, the fight against cholera is a fight for global health equity. It's a fight for the right of every person, no matter where they live, to have access to clean water, proper sanitation, and life-saving vaccines. So let's raise our glasses, filled with clean water of course, to a future free from cholera. A future where the only party crasher is the one who brings the guacamole without the chips. And that, my friends, is the story of cholera and the vaccines that are changing the game. I hope you've enjoyed this wild ride through history, science, and global health. Remember, knowledge is power. And with the power of prevention and global cooperation, we can make cholera a thing of the past. Thanks for tuning in to Understand All. Until next time, stay curious, stay informed, and most importantly, stay healthy.